Alright, so we've been building up for this showcase. We planned on closing the space down, and I have a very inspiring guest of my own. And I'm with it, bro.
I'm Marquise. I go by Heath. I'm a writer, rapper from Nicetown section of Philly. Also the owner of 411 LLC. It's I guess the best way to describe it would be a multimedia production company. But yeah, I dabble in everything: music, creative arts, drawing, directing, all of that. So yeah.
So the whole point of why I bring these guests here is because they've helped me build this platform. They've helped me bring you here, more importantly. And so we always want to reciprocate back into the art community in the sense that when I came into this, I didn't ever see open opportunities or support going into the people that we consume things for. We create moments with them, whether they playing instruments or telling a phony joke on the mic. So I want to open up the conversation of like, what's the best way to support you currently on your journey as a creative person, entrepreneur, and all the things you mentioned?
That's a good question. The best way I would say
the best
would be having a space and the tools to get me to that next level, I guess. When it comes to anybody doing this music thing or anything creative, really, you know, it's a lot of money and time that go into this. So being able to cut out the process of, or the headache of having to buy your own camera and stuff like that, and just knowing that you could go to one place and have your needs met, and all you gotta focus on is that creative side and just write your music or do whatever. Like that's like that would be my dream come true for real.
Hell yeah, and I like your answer because it was something tangible. Like streaming's quote unquote tangible because you're gonna get it in your bank account later, but like you actually brought the aspects of having the tools or just the resources to get a project or an idea accomplished.
Right, exactly.
And I think that that's real unique of an answer because when I created this, that was the part that I felt like we lacked the most, was just the tangibility. Like I think a lot of people, you leave them to the resources 3, 4, 5 years, even as that you're gonna eventually learn and gain enough experience to get better and better and better. So
to the point where you can provide it for other people and shit.
Right, and that's so. What I guess that even flows perfectly into my question afterwards, which is, what's something that you want to teach people with these platforms, these gifts, these skills that you have? Is there anything particular that you want to teach people or help them learn along your career and journey?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things I learned on this whole process was like not to put myself in a box. So it was like starting out, by trade I'm a software developer. I do that for, you know, professionally for a living. And I was always having this battle with myself with like, you know, focus on this or focus on this, when it's like you can do both things. You can prioritize and kind of, you know, work out how you want to live your life, basically. And the tools are out there. It's just deciding what you want to do. And so for me personally, it was deciding, you know, I do have passions in different lanes and they might not coincide, you know, directly, but I'll figure out a way to make these kind of, you know, work together. So with my you know, my logo stuff, my website stuff, I use that in my creative stuff and vice versa. So it's being able to kind of hone in on your skills, your, like you said, tangible. So like your tangible skills, what can you really do? What can you create? What can you provide? And then finding a way to combine it with your other things, but also providing it for other people once you get to that level. You know what I'm saying? So
that's like what you want to teach and help people learn.
Yeah, exactly. Like just kind of focus on those skills and then master them and then use them, pretty much. Yeah.
And so that's a formula right there, right? And that's something that, when I said in the beginning, you inspire me to be more like myself, because when you see things, you have a mind that's able to put them together. That's not a common skill. That's not how people look at things. They look at them just from a critical, conscious application. And then other people look at it from a creative application, but there's only a few people who can apply them both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's some. It would sound like you're talking Chinese to some people, but that's why I wanted to start that off by saying that was a formula, y'all, and we gonna add a little bit more specification to that formula, but I wanna keep the conversation going so that we can hit all the points that I know everybody wants to know from these conversations. So if there's anything that you could learn now or wish you would have learned already, you know, could you expound on that?
Shit, I mean, we could do a whole interview just on this thing, or like a whole conversation.
Shit,
like
you just inspired me to do that. Actually, I'm gonna start doing whole interviews on what we could learn. I'm gonna do that.
The biggest things I would say is anything in my lane already. So when it comes to editing, editing my own videos, directing, producing, you know, beats and stuff like that. That's all things I could have been doing years ago. You know what I'm saying? I could have learned that high school. And obviously, hindsight 2020, so I could look back and be like, you know, I was wasting time, whatever. But everything I did led me to this point. So my love of music was always there. My love of computers and stuff like that was always there. It just took me on this journey to get to this point where I'm like, you know, I have skills that people want to pay money to see,
tap in with it,
whatever. So why not just focus for a little bit and then, you know what I'm saying, get to this money. Like, so anything in my lane right now, whether it's coding, because to this day I'm still learning new languages. I graduated in 2017. I'm still learning every day. I'm always on YouTube and stuff like that. You know, my job professionally, I'm always learning new concepts and stuff like that. But stocks, cryptos, it's like so much stuff that I'm into now that if I was into 4 years ago, I would be a millionaire.
Right. Come on.
I literally would be a millionaire
Talk that.
if I'd have been on this, like, the type of time I'm on now. So it's just recognizing that and then kind of looking towards the future and being like, all right, what can I learn now for what's about to come up? Because I missed this wave, but you know what I'm saying? I know something's coming.
Okay. I'm gonna pin that one right there. Yerba. Shit, man.